Hello friends, welcome to CBSE Department at ABES Engineering College, Ghaziabad. CBSE Department has launched a very special program for you called Skill Upgradation Series, where we are covering different topics for your skill upgradation by different faculty members as a video series. This is first series on C++. Myself, Professor Bhuvneshwar Prasad Sharma, covering this series. And today we are discussing the first session. Topic is migration from C to C++. Here we are discussing some points. When you move from C to C++, what are important points that you can remember? This session goes to this one. So if we talk about C to C++ migration, here are certain points that we can start with. Your point number one is the change the file extension. So whenever writing some C program, we generally have the extension .c. But when we write the C++ program, it has to be extension of C++ or .cpp. Second point is inclusion of required header files. In case of .c, if you are having extension .c, most of the IDs don't need the header files. But in case of C++, all header files are required by most of the IDs. Some may be exception, but most of the IDs require all the header files. Third point is inclusion of new header files iostream.h. If you remember in C language, we have the stdi.h, conio.h, but in case of C++, we have the one more header file that we can use. It's called iostream.h. What advantage we can get with this header file is no need of any format specifier. If you can remember the C language with the functions called printf, scanf, where we read the data using special specifiers called %d, %c, like that. We call the format specifier. But if we use this header file iostream.h with certain more references, then we don't need any specifier. To avoid these specifiers, C++ provides three built-in references for input and output, namely cin, cout, and cerr. Cin is for standard input, cout is for standard output, and cerr is for standard error. If you want to input some data from keyboard, you can use cin. If you want to output some normal data, you can write some on the cout. And if you want to write some data on the error messages, you can use cerr. How we can use it? This again the topic. If we go to the next point, point number 6, here are some more important lines. Cin require extraction operator to input the data. So whenever you are getting some data or input from user, so what we do, whatever one we type, that goes to keyboard buffer. So this operator extracts the data from keyboard buffer and puts into some variable, and thus we call extraction operator. If you want to write some output to the monitor, you can use cout, cerr with one more special operator called insertion operator to send the output to the monitor. 8th point is again important. Like if you remember in C language, whatever variables we use, you go to upside, below main, first declare all those variables, then go ahead. But that's not required in C++. You can declare the variables anywhere in this program, but it should be before use. So if we summary all these 8 points, we can have one small test case. Test case is write a program to input a name and age of a person and check it to be valid port using C++, and this is without need of or without use of using format specifiers. Question is how we can do it. So we have one oldest IDs, popular IDs, that is called as Turbo C++. As the name says, we can write the program in C as well as C++. So you write some code, say hash include stdi, say iostream.h, say hash include your conio.h, then we can have void main, declare, give a message, enter name, declare a variable, input the data and pass it to name, again give a message, enter, 8 Again declare a variable, input the data into age, put a check. If age is greater than equals to 18, just say cout dear whatever name mix into this, you can vote. Else cout dear name you cannot vote. Put a get ch to see your output right now. Save this file, say first.cpp, or compile and run this program. Asking for the name, say Vikas, age 8.23. What is that? Vikas, you can vote. If you see this program, we are not using any formal specifier. We have just declared this variable below. You see out that we can never do in C. So here is some way that you can write some first program in C++. No need of any specifier. Includes a new header file, istream.h, where you can write such code. So neat and clean code you can have in C++. This is the one very important thing. One more point you can have in this. Point number 8. What it says. C++ allows multiple functions the same name, but different number of arguments or different type of arguments. Here's the point. Called as function overloading. So in C language, we cannot have a multiple variables, multiple functions with the same name. But C++ allows to create multiple functions with the same name. But they must have different number of arguments or different type of arguments. Here we can take the test case. We can create 3 functions with the name area. First function takes a number and returns and prints area of square. Second function takes a number and prints area of rectangle. Third function takes a number and prints area of, say, circle. So all 3 functions the same motive, that is area. So they all have given the same name, area. But the square takes only the one side, so we can have only one parameter, say side. In case of rectangle, we can the length and width both, so we can have the 2 parameters. In case of radius, we can have only one parameter, that's your radius for the case of circle. But here we can just see, here we can put it as say integer, here we can put a double. So the data type can be different, even they have the same, only one argument. So this thing can be done. Just have a look at this. So we are writing one new code in this. Close this file. Take a new file. File, new. Change the size, say zoom. Again say hash include. istream.h, hash include connu.h, void main, and here now we are creating 3 variables, say void area, integer side, cout, we just say area of square is, what is the side into side, we need to put a line break. For line break we use and L, and L is for line break. Instead of writing slash n, we can also use one constant given here, this is and L, and L is for line break. Same way we can create another variable, say void area. Say here we are reducing length and width, say integer length, integer width, and here we can say cout area of rectangle is, say length into width. Again we put a line break. Then we have one more function, say area double radius. Now we can say cout area of circle is, it's a pi square, so 3.14 into radius into radius. Put again line break. If we call these functions here, just see this example. If we say area, just say 5 is because of decimals, so it will call you area of square. If we use this, do the same thing with 5.0 is double, it's called the area of circle. If we say area of 4 into 5, called the area of what? Rectangle. Save this program. Say second dot cpp. Now run this program. See the output. Area of square is also there, area of circle is also there, rectangle is also there. So we can use a CLR SCR to clear the screen, so we can have the more clear picture. This is CLR SCR. Now we can keep them upside. Area, then area, then again area. We save this program. We run this program. See the output. Area of square is 5, area of circle, area of rectangle, all are coming here. Now all these functions have the same name, area, but they have the different number of arguments or different type of argument, and this term is known as function overloading. This term is called as function overloading. So we get the multiple functions the same name but different number of argument, different type of argument. The term is known as function overloading. This again very important part here. So whatever we cannot do is do in C, but we can do in C++. If we go to the one more thing, have you heard about the structures in C, the user defined data types? If you talk about the structures in C, we can have only data members, but in case of C++, we can have the data members along with the functions. So what is give the things? Let's give an example. And one more important point that you can have here is that you can take it upside. Here is C++ allows structures to treat as true data type. You can remember whenever declare with variables of say structure type, use the keyword struct. Say struct student S, struct employee E. But in C++, struct keyword is no more required while declaring the variables. So here we can treat the structures as true data type. So there is a more value to the programs. Here we can have a more task is create a structure book having data members, book number, title and price. And also we want to create two functions. One is read to read the data of a book and show to show the data of a book. See one more task case. Again we are creating one more program. Close this program, open a new file, make it full screen. Again say hash include ivestream.h, hash include conio.h, and here we declare some structure. Say struct name is book, integer say book number, title say price, and here to use in C++, what we can do, say book B. Now we can write the functions also here. Say void read, and here we can put all the names, like say these are the variables, we can take them upside. Now we can creating a function read, say cout, what we are saying book number, say cin. Book number is already there, so we don't need to create any variable here. Cout say title, cin say title, cout say price, cn price. So all data is taken. Say void show cout say book number, you can put a gap, title, again we put a gap, price, put a line break. Now see this, here we can call the functions b.read, b.show, and then we can put say get ch. Now here see it, when you're writing some variable in C, you can just put a keyword struct, but here we don't need any keyword here. So it's a structure then variable. We are calling a function just like a variable we use in C. So here the data members along with the functions within the structure only. So we can call these functions. We save this program, say save as third.cpp, and we run this program now. Some error is there, no file ending with this is .h is wrong, correct this problem, file say run, say what book number is say 123, say title is Java programming, price is say 340 rupees. See this, the data is there. So now structures can have data members and functions both, that we can have in C language. Getting the point? One more important point is the declaration of variables that we do in case of C language. Here is the point number 11. C++ provides new and delete keywords for dynamic memory allocation. If you can remember C language, we use malloc and calloc functions where we can remember the syntax. But these things get simplified in C++. You can allocate the memory for your items using new, and you can remove that memory with the need to delete keywords. So instead of using malloc and calloc, we can use new and delete keywords. Have this example. Same structure we use here, and we are getting this variable as dynamic variable creation. Then what we are using, say here we declare a variable like say star b equals to new book, and we call these variables like this. Say b arrow It's a pointer structure concept, and similar to, we can use all these things. So we are calling these variables. Run this program. See this book number 122, title C programming, price 900 rupees. Just see this again. Now we can create pointer to structure. Very simple way. Instead of using malloc and calloc, we can use this, and in the last we can delete this memory. Say delete B. So it removes the allocated memory. So you can see this whenever you're writing some program in C++, they are more clear, more usable, compact, using little new syntaxes we can use in C++. So friends, you can go through this, read this again, and we continue the new series or the new section very soon. Thanks to all of you.